Welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video I want to focus on spawns and how they work. What I did is a test on Pointe du Hoc to identify where and how spawning works. And what I was able to figure out is there's actually 6 designated spawn locations. So you don't really spawn on your teammates, you actually spawn in one of these 6 bubbles. As you can see, you're not going to spawn in the middle pretty much ever on this map in typical TDM. What I did is I set up a private match, 6 versus 6 with just bots. I stared at the screen as you're seeing here. The gameplay in the background and the gameplay on the corner are 2 separate ones. I can't actually capture both at the same time, so sorry if it doesn't match up, but it gives you a good idea of kind of how things are. When you're actually watching the corner one with the 6 bubbles, as soon as someone dies, kind of look where they're going to spawn. They pretty much spawn right next to one of those bubbles or right inside, not too much outside of those. And as you continue to play, you get better at predicting these spawns. I was getting to the point where I had some pretty good certainty of where I was going to spawn when I was actually playing through the second time on the background footage, as you'll see. When you're actually looking at the different bubbles, though, you can actually kind of predict as a pattern emerges where you're going to spawn. So if you're looking at the screen, you can wait for one of the green arrows to get an engagement with the red dots, and then if they die, you can kind of look to the bubbles and kind of figure out where they're going to spawn based off where all your teammates are. So this is a good way to predict kind of where you're going to spawn. And I mean, you could test this out yourself. I still have some more testing to do on other maps. I did this one a few times, but this is a good example of kind of what it looks like. There's actually spots where you're going to spawn, and it gives you a better idea of where you predict the enemies are going to spawn. So if you're going around and you're like, man, why the heck does the enemy keep spawning near me? Well, there's really only so many spots they can spawn. If you're very close to one of these bubbles but not inside it, they're going to spawn right next to you possibly, based off where their spawn locations are. Especially since they're sticky, they're not likely to flip. So you're going to be kind of stuck going against the same enemies over and over if you stay right outside one of these bubbles. So hopefully that helped. If it did, I'd like to know your thoughts down in the comments section. Hopefully this changed your perception on how the spawns work. If you did enjoy the video, or if you learned something from it, or even if you didn't, go ahead and rate the video either with a like or a dislike. And then go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be making tons of World War II content, as well as continue my Destiny 2 content. So if you're a fan of either of those games, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and remember to click the reminder so you stay up to date with all the future videos I make. Thank you, and as always, have a great day.